What's up with Whatty? What's up with Whatty? What's up with Whatty? I'm back. Alright, this week's podcast is late, and I'm sorry about it. But I'm back. I'm back. What's up with Whatty? 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 What's up, you guys? I'm back. Full-fledged and in the flesh. I am here. I am gracing you with my presence today. And guess what I have? I have egg rolls. And I usually never eat on the podcast. I did eat with Goldie that one time a few podcasts back. But I'm hungry. It's around lunchtime. And I am going to eat some egg rolls while I'm on the podcast. And don't be a hater. Don't be a hater. Only be a lover. Okay, you guys. So let's just jump into the podcast today. I am so sorry. I am so far behind. I should have filmed this like 2 days ago. I should be posting it today because today's Thursday. I am filming on a Thursday. I never do that. So I'm really late. I'm behind. Everybody was expecting a podcast episode this morning. But it'll either be late tonight on Thursday. Today is what day? Today is March the 2nd. Thursday, March the 2nd. It should be late tonight or possibly early tomorrow morning. So we're hoping for good things. I'm going to do some editing magic and try to get the podcast on for you guys. So let's see what I can do. Let's see how good Whatty can be. Let's see how good Whatty can be. Alright, so let's try the egg roll before we start out our podcast. These are little egg rolls. They are not from anywhere special. They are heat up egg rolls. I'm just hungry. I had to pop something in the microwave. Let's try them out. You can really hear it through the mic. So good. Like the eating process. But a lot of people do not like to hear people eat, and I'm very sorry. This egg roll is so good. So good. It's got little carrots in it. I think it's a chicken one. A chicken egg roll. It's nice and warm. Excuse me to all the listeners that I'm starting off the podcast this way. And then how random I have orange juice. Sorry about the smacking. Let me try the orange juice. Delicious. And then I have water. Oh gosh, that was so loud. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm trying to swallow my orange juice and my egg roll at the same time. A nice Walmart water. Not chilled. Okay. Let's get into what's up with Whatty, you guys. We don't really have any requests of the week, but we do have a lot that's happened this week, and I'm gonna just jump right in. At the beginning of the week, weekend, this past weekend, me and my mom got cups for Smoothie King because we have started going to Smoothie King a lot. We really love it. And we got smoothies, and of course, for some reason, Smoothie King's super expensive, but their cups are crap. They're crap. You could stick the straw in the wrong way, and it's going to bust out the other side. The cups, the foam cups are so thin, thinner than Chick-fil-A, thinner than any foam cup I have ever gotten from anywhere. So that's what's happened, and we hated them, and of course they were so thin that mine broke. the top fell right off of it when it fell. Like, so many things can happen with that cup, just barely, and your smoothie's gone. It's busted out the side, it's busted out the top, because they're so thin and the lids don't stay on properly. So we decided we would go on a cup mission to find a cup that would fit up to a 32-ounce smoothie, because that's pretty much all we need. We aren't going to drink the massive large ones. And we went to Dollar General first. They do not have good cups. And I put a TikTok up and a reel of and a short on YouTube of us going to Dollar General for cups. And don't go to Dollar General for cups. There was a cup that said it'll hold 20, I think it was, or no, it would hold 32 ounces without the lid. How is that helping me? I need a lid. I need a lid for my smoothie. That's not helping me at all. So then we went to Walmart. Of course, Walmart has all the expensive cups in one section, over in their, kitchen supplies area. And then you go over to the camping area and you can get $9 cups that have great lids that keep your smoothie cold, and they hold 32 ounces with the lid. So we went and got those, went to the Smoothie King, got our smoothies. The ladies were so sweet. They put them in our cups, and we were just so happy about it. So happy. So that's our little Smoothie King cup story. And then there's another story for the end of the week, because we've already gone there twice this week. But I will tell you that in a minute. Me and my husband this weekend went to a place called PS Taco in the mall. And if I have to say anything, at first I said, oh, Braxton, let's go, because it's supposedly so good. It has like 4.5 stars on the internet for reviews, and probably really good. And I really wanted tacos. So we went, and I've never tried it before. And so we went, and at first I'm like, oh, we don't have to go here. It's in the mall, like in a Tanger outlet mall, an outlet mall. So we went in, and Braxton's like, this is like mall food. But it wasn't a cafeteria. It was its own restaurant, like own little store. And so we went in. We didn't know if we were supposed to order at the front or somebody would come to us. Then we realized somebody was supposed to come to us, and it was a girl. They only had one waitress on. I don't know why we didn't leave at that point, but we had faith in her. And we thought the place wasn't so busy, but then when we decided to change our seating from seats to the bar, because we thought, oh, if we're at the bar, maybe she can notice us better. So we moved to the bar, and we noticed like the back area was actually more full than we thought. So it was busier than we thought, and we'd already ordered drinks, so we didn't want to leave. The lady brings us our drinks, which I ordered a Coke, and I tasted it, and I'm like, Braxton, he ordered a Coke too. And I said, Braxton, this tastes like Dr. Pepper. And he tasted his. He was like, yeah, this is Dr. Pepper in mine too. And so I told the lady, like, this is Dr. Pepper, not Coke. I'm sorry, but I don't know what's going on. And she was like, no, honey, that's Coke. I was like, wait a minute. Are you telling me I don't know the difference between Dr. Pepper and Coke? I didn't say that, but I thought that. And I was like, no, this is Coke. And then my husband, of course, backed me up. He's like, no, this is Dr. Pepper. And my husband backed me up and was like, yeah, this is Dr. Pepper, not Coke. So then she went over and goes over and tries the two different things. She's like, I haven't even used Dr. Pepper all day. And she tries Dr. Pepper, and then she tries Coke, and she laughs and like, they taste the same to me. I'm like, no, Dr. Pepper does not taste like Coke. That's what I'm thinking. And so she brings us Cokes. I guess she made sure it was a Coke that was coming out of the machine. And she brought it, and I was like, yeah, this is Coca-Cola. And then my husband ordered a margarita, and he said it was probably the worst margarita he's ever had. Super sour, it was actually very small too, but super sour. And it took her, I would say, 25 minutes to bring the margarita after the drinks, which we'd already ordered our food, not even got it yet. About 10 minutes later, we get our chips and queso, which I thought we would get like earlier, because don't you want to eat your chips and queso for a good minute before you get your food? So she brought us those, and then we realized that we could eat our chips and queso fine, because after that, it took another 15 minutes to get our food. So we were there a combined hour and a half or longer, just probably within 45 minutes trying to get food and drinks. And we get the food, and it's not horrible, but it's not amazing. It's not mind-blowing. Nothing to write home about. And so we will never go back. And that lady was not so sweet. And I don't know why they didn't have more employees. But let's just say we don't want to eat any more mall food. Yeah, so that was a bad experience. Let me have another bite of my egg roll. The stuff in the bottom, or the stuff inside, is trying to come out the bottom of my egg roll right now. Excuse me. I won it Sorry this week with my mom. I love Sorry. We love playing Sorry in this household. We just started playing it actually in the past couple months, and now we're like all addicted. Let me finish my bite. My nephew all of a sudden has had an addiction to Willy Wonka. He had never seen it, and he loves it. And he's like, Willy Wonka, I want to go to Willy Wonka chocolate factory, you know. Then he finds out it's a fake place, and he says, I'm going to be Willy Wonka for Halloween. And then he says, I'm going to grow up, and I'm going to make the Willy Wonka chocolate factory the real place. And he told my mom that. And then, of course, he sees the Johnny Depp version of Willy Wonka on Amazon Prime, which he was on my Amazon Prime video, and he ordered it without asking. And I don't care, but now that he knows how to order movies, getting a little nervous. He might wipe my bank account out with all the movies he might choose. So I told him, Oliver, if you buy any more movies off of Whatty's Amazon Prime, then you know what's going to happen. I'm going to have to cut you off. I'm going to have to either cut the account or cut the card off the account. And so I think he has bought another movie since. We will have to get updated on that. Sorry, guys. Braxton also built me a bedside table this past week. Beautiful. He has his own that he built, and his is a little smaller and mine's a little bigger, and I love it because it has so much room to put all my little things beside my bed. And if you guys didn't know, my husband is a carpenter, and it's gorgeous. He's so great. He's really a professional with building tables and everything else. Goldie and my mom and Oliver went on a bike ride at the state park this weekend, and they saw baby alligators right beside the bike path. Little baby alligators, you guys. Like 3 or 4 of them. And then by the time they went back to where the alligators were, or back past where the alligators were, they were gone. So that's crazy and scary all at the same time. And who knows how many more there are. If there's 3 or 4 right there, and if it's birthing season, then there's a lot of baby alligators swarming the Gulf State Park. And I'll have a picture of the alligators up here. It wasn't the perfect picture, but there it is. Let's see. My sister and mom also went to the Arbor Day tree event to get me some trees this past weekend. And we got 4 different types of trees. I know I got a snowbell, some type of hazel, a magnolia tree, and then one other tree that was like a bush type of, it wasn't really like a tree, it was kind of like a shrub. And we're going to plant those this week, or weekend. And we're really excited about it. I love it. Every single year for Arbor Day, our city gives out free trees. And so I love going every year to get trees. I will say some of the trees that I've gotten have not made it in the past. because, well, 2 of them that we got, we didn't even realize, I don't know why they were giving them out. 2 of the trees about 3 years ago that we got, they were maple trees, I think it was. And they were beautiful. They did have beautiful leaves. But we didn't realize that they are very likely to be eaten by squirrels. Squirrels love eating them. And so we put them out there, and within one day, I go out there and the squirrels have eaten it all the way down to the nub. I'm like, first of all, I didn't even know squirrels ate trees. Like baby trees, I guess. And secondly, it was just kind of traumatic. I was like, wow, this is a beautiful tree, and next thing I know, the squirrels have just attacked it and eaten it. One of the trees I got last year was doing so well, and one of my neighbors decided to come help us cut the grass, ran over it. You guys, ran over it. So it's really all about, you hope the tree makes it. And that's why you keep going back every year, because you might have one tree that gets hit by a lawnmower, one tree that gets eaten by a squirrel, another tree that gets eaten by a squirrel. Yeah, you have all sorts of issues. And then some trees just are not really capable of living in certain soils or certain atmospheres. Or climates. I don't know. Atmosphere. I think we're in one atmosphere, but yeah. Climate, and so I don't know why they're giving out certain trees that are not really good for our area. So that's also odd to me. We're hoping for the best with our new trees that we got this year. And then I told you about the Goldie Sea and the baby alligators. We have springing. We have spring that has sprung around here. We got flowers blooming from all the plants around the property. Tons of stuff blooming at both houses. We have, I actually did a whole video on YouTube, just a little mini video actually, of just like a few things that are blooming. I have elephant ears that are popping back up. They usually die off every winter. Not really die, just go dormant, and then pop back up, and they just keep popping up bigger and better every year the more elephant ears you have around. So that's one of my favorite plants. Elephant ears is a favorite. Azalea bush is one of my favorites, as in like beauty standpoint. I love sunflowers, and sunflowers do really well on our property. I had a great huge one last year, which I'm going to plant some sunflowers this year. I didn't do any wildflowers last year, which I'm going to try this year. Of course, I love to grow anything and everything that's vegetables, and my mom does too. So we'll see what we do this year with that. And so we're really excited about springing. Oh, and we also just, Braxton pumped out our pool that we have in the back. And we are going to clean it up and fill it back up and get ready for the summer and start swimming. Because it's been actually hot. It's been like 80, 90 degree days already. And we're really excited about it. Funny thing that happened I think it was not yesterday, the day before yesterday. Well, we went to the health food store. And I usually get these certain kind of vitamins. I get them online on Amazon. I get them for $32 for 90 of them. And, oh, Molly is eating, if you guys hear that on the podcast. She's eating. She needs to have a little snack just like her mother. But we went into the health food store, and I'm thinking, oh, my mom actually got a better deal on her vitamins there. So we decided, let's go see if my vitamins are cheaper. We go and look, and let me tell you guys, I paid $32 for these vitamins. $32. Guess how much these vitamins were. $108. That's what I saw on the ticket. Same exact item, same exact vitamin. A 90 count, like I usually get. Get them for $32. So the lady comes up, says, "Oh, can we help you with anything?" I said, "Ma'am, why are these vitamins $108? I get these for $32 online, and the exact same brand, everything." And the lady says, "Sometimes we have to mark things up, da da da." And I was like, "What?" I was like, the lady was almost aloof to everything. She was like, "Some places, we have to mark it up," and I understand that, but $32, $108, what? I can understand maybe a $10, $20 markup, maybe, but man, like a $55 or what? No, over $60 markup? No, thank you. And so the other lady grabs it and is like, "Let me check this." And I was like, "Okay." And I thought she was going to go check and maybe say, "Oh, this was like marked wrong or something." The lady disappears totally into thin air, gone. There's a ton of employees in this health food store, which is really weird. But, yeah, lady totally gone. The other lady that was trying to like help at first was still around. And when she did say, "Oh, it was marked up," she immediately like changed subject and was like, "Your glasses are beautiful." And then that lady grabbed that package and was like, "Let me check it." The other lady. And then she disappears. And I was like, "Okay, whatever. Guess we're leaving." She probably was like, I don't know, anything can be. She could be like, "Ooh, we got caught." Or, "Ooh, let me pull this out and let these people leave, and then I'll put it right back out and hope that some rich person comes in and doesn't care how much it is." So, yeah, that was interesting. We did not buy it. We did not buy it. And then after that, we went to the Smoothie King just around the corner. And this is the city that we were in at that point, like we weren't around here. We were like 45 minutes from here. And this city is full of pretty, rich people. It's a rich community, if you say. And so we went to the Smoothie King there thinking, "Oh, this is so nice." And we ordered our smoothies, and I decided, "Oh, I'm going to go to the restroom and I'll be right back." And Mom's like sitting and waiting, my mom. And so I go back there, and how to get to the bathroom first was this long hallway, and then it was like a turn, and then it was like another turn. I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, turn, whoa." And then I'm like, okay, there's like 3 doors. And then there's the bathrooms like on this side. There's like a door for like their exit, I think. And then there was a door for like their little area behind the counter. And so I opened the door to the bathroom because it's just like a single person, multi-people bathroom. Man or woman could go in there, whoever. And so I opened the door, and then within 1 second, I didn't hardly take a step in. Turn around so fast, couldn't even explain how fast I turned around. Disgusting, horrible situation in there. The toilet seat was up. Like, the toilet seat was up. And the toilet was like facing right when you open the door. Toilet seat up. Either somebody had a horrible diarrheal accident, which I doubt because the seat was up, or someone threw up, which I'm thinking it was probably throw up. But it was everywhere. It was on the floor. It was on the wall. It was on the entire seat that was pulled up. It was on the rim. It was in it. It was so horrible. Just so freaking horrible. I can't even get the image out of my head now. It makes me want to puke. It was horrible. And so I turned around so fast, walked right straight back, told Mom, I was like, "This is the worst bathroom I've ever had. Worst experience." I told her what was going down. She started laughing so hard. I'm like, "Oh my God." And then we get out to the car, and we just couldn't stop laughing about it. I actually have a TikTok that has me talking about it that I haven't posted yet, which I'll post this week. But yeah, so that happened to me, and I am traumatized. Smoothie King bathroom traumatized me, and I will never get over it. I will never use the bathroom in that specific Smoothie King. I probably will never go into a Smoothie King bathroom again. There's so many bathrooms I won't go in anymore specifically. I mean, if I have to pee, I guess I will use a Walmart bathroom, but I absolutely hate Walmart bathrooms. Hate them. Um Anywhere that has just a single bathroom, I really despise and do not want to be in there. But I will tell you some of the best bathrooms that I've experienced has been Academy Sports, which is random, um, Home Depot and Lowe's. Technical difficulties at What's Up with Whatty podcast. Okay, so what we were talking about was, um, yeah, so I love a Home Depot bathroom. I love a Lowe's bathroom. I love a Sports Academy bathroom. I love a Publix bathroom and a Chick-fil-A bathroom. Those bathrooms are nice. And I'm very, very pleased with those bathrooms. So, just letting y'all know. My bathroom, situation. What I prefer in bathrooms. Okay. Sorry about the technical difficulties, you guys. You know, this is all natural and anything can happen. So, sorry. I got both my dogs here. I'm trying to make sure they stay calm and not whine or bark or have any issues. And it looks like it's about to rain outside. So, if you guys hear rain, you know what time it is. It is a rainy day. That's all I know. Okay, let's get on with it. That is what's up with Whatty. And now I have some thoughts of the week. Thoughts of the week. Thoughts of the week. Oh yeah. Molly's looking at me like I'm crazy. Today's thought, my main thought of the week was, oh, I just had a loud sound, and I didn't mean to have a loud sound, but I did. On the podcast, on the listeners, I was driving through the fog about 4 or 5 days ago, and it was not very foggy. It was just lightly foggy, and it was nighttime. And all of a sudden, I got into some really, really thick fog. And the thing about it is, when you're going through some really, all of a sudden comes upon you thick fog, you can't even see, 5 feet in front of you. All of a sudden, you kind of get like scared to death. Like, what's happening? Am I in a scary movie? Am I in a horror film? Also, you all of a sudden forget where you are. You're like, am I going the right way? Like, did I get turned around back there? But you might be completely in a place where you totally know where you're at. But all of a sudden, you're in the fog and you feel terrified. And you feel like you don't know if you're going too fast or too slow. You don't know where you are anymore, even if you're on a street you've known for your whole life. And I will just say, I'm not happy with it. I think fog is beautiful. I think it is gorgeous. I think it is very amazing to watch the fog roll in and roll out of a place or something. Or if you're in a tall building and there's fog up at the top of the building and there's no fog down at the lower part of the building, that's really cool. But when especially when you're driving at night and all of a sudden you hit up on some hardcore fog, like, whoa, I didn't know my body could be as terrified as it is right this second. Like, all of a sudden you're just like, whoo, you're in a whole different realm. You feel like you've went into some kind of hobbit land. I was actually following behind a truck at the point of me driving through the fog, and all of a sudden I couldn't see the truck's tail lights anymore, so I slowed the F down. I slowed down. I freaked out. But I didn't like freak out. I've driven in fog so many times, but I realized that my body, like all of a sudden it came to me. I was like, all of a sudden I could tell inside my body, even though I knew in my mind I'm fine, I know where I'm at, whatever. It was like my body was reacting and was like, this is a freaky situation. And maybe every time I've gone through fog, it has reacted that way. I've just never really honed in on that feeling. Because now I definitely have, and I was freaked out, to say the least, I will say. And I don't think in my head I was freaked out, but I felt the feeling, and then I was like, whoa. And then I came out of the fog, and everything was fine. But then I was actually on my way to pick up Braxton. And then I pick him up, and I was like, it's really foggy in this one area of where we're driving back through. And it was like not really foggy anywhere else, which was really weird. But weather. All this weather can all be different. But yeah, we get through to the really foggy part, and he's like, oh my gosh, watch out, this is where deers are. Go really slow. If we hit a deer right now, we won't even know we're about to hit it. It's going to be right there. And I'm like, I know, I told you this is a very scary part. And I wasn't even thinking about the deer at the beginning, like when I drove through it by myself. And then when I drove back through it with him, he was thinking about the deer. And I was like, oh my gosh, I should have gone like 10 times slower than I was going. So that was really funny. That was the thought of the week. Let's be careful while we drive in fog. Oh, and also I wanted to let you guys know, last week's episode might have been boring. I'm sorry about it. But, yeah. Oh, and also I wanted to do, I did have one request. My mom did not request this, but in my psyche I can tell you. She says I touch my hair too much. Maybe I do. I'll try to work on it. But, it's fluffy, it's beautiful, it's wonderful, it's nice. I like touching my hair. I don't know why I touch it so much. I think when I was a kid, or not a kid, maybe middle school or even high school, all the girls would always do this with their hair, or they would pull it back, or they would pull it up. But they were always kind of brushing this side of their hair over or flipping it or something. And maybe I picked it up from that time of my life, because there was a certain hairstyle back in the day, which I've kind of kept sort of, but it was, everybody had the side part and everybody had it sort of it was always straightened. Straightened was the thing back in the day when I was in school, and it was layered in the front, or face framed in the front. And I've kept that somewhat. I've actually cut it short. It's totally different than long, how I've usually had it in my life. But I've kept the face frame semi, and I've kept the side part. It's always been part of this side. But all the girls would always go, choo, choo, choo. They would just do it. That's the sound effect of it. Choo, choo, choo. And I guess I picked it up from other girls. Maybe I thought it was cool at one point, but I can't remember. Maybe I just thought, oh, it's cool to move your hair back. But then also it'll get in your eyes and you actually do have to move it back. So, I don't know. Maybe I picked it up from the girls at school. I don't know. But I do it. And I'm sorry about it. Sorry, I got off on a little tangent there. Thoughts of the week. Let's get back to it. I have another thought of the week. Redbox. I am not a Redbox fan. We used to have Redbox all the time. My dad used to get Redbox movies. You can literally watch any movie online. I mean, on every streaming site, whatever. But sometimes I will say, you don't want to pay $20 for a movie that just came out or whatever on a streaming site when you can go down to Redbox and get it for cheaper. I remember when Redbox was $1 for a movie. $1. I have beef with Redbox. I have beef. It is I think it's $2.50 or $2.89. I think it's like half of $5. It is $2 and something cents to get a Redbox these days. And then they'll have the deal. They'll be like, oh, dollar deal. Get an extra movie for $1. And you can never watch 2 movies in one night. They know that. It's like you really never can do it when you're an adult anyway. Maybe when you're a kid, yeah, you're like, pop it back, pop it in. Let's watch it. Let's watch till 2 in the morning. But when you're an adult, you're so tired by the first movie. If you don't pass out through the first movie, there's no way of making it through a second one. Just no way. Maybe that's why we like shows so much. They're like 45 minutes to an hour. And we're like, oh, we could do it. We could do 2 episodes. Let's do it tonight. Because it's like a movie. But it's just like as long as a movie. So maybe that's why all of a sudden our brains have shifted. And we're like, let's watch an episode of this. And then there's episodes that are like 30 minutes. We're like, oh, let's do a whole season. Let's do 4 episodes, 5 episodes tonight. We can do it. Because it's like as long as a movie. But you get to the point with a Redbox that they tricked you. They're like, oh, you can watch 2 movies, but you can't. There's just no way if you're an adult. And then they send you, like, we have an app that sends us free Redbox movies sometimes. And so, of course, we want to use them, but they know that maybe you won't be able to finish it, and you'll have to finish it the next day. And, of course, you have to work or do your daily life if you're an adult. So you have to watch it at night. And you have to pay for it that time. So you get it for free the first night. The second night you haven't finished it. And you don't want to go back out to go return it before 9 o'clock. So you pay for it. So your free movie you do pay for. Redbox has gotten you. They're like, oh, we're going to get these people. Give them a free night. But we're actually going to get $2 from them. And then me and Braxton got I did not pick it. He got Wakanda Forever. And I'm telling you, I was not really expecting it to be that good, but I was hooked. And it was sickening that I was hooked because I'm not usually into all that fantasy crap. But I was hooked, and we watched, it was 2 hours and 40 minutes. No way could we make it through. So we got it for free. I think we got it for free the first night. The second night we're like, okay, we aren't going to make it through. We made it through like 45 minutes. And then the second night we'll finish it. We still had 2 hours and 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And so the second night could not finish it, passed out. So there's one night of pain. Third night, finished it finally. So we paid 2 nights and we were like, let's rush it to the Redbox and let's get it there and like get done with this and, get on with our lives. We've just paid over $5 for a movie. And so we get down to the Redbox, the one closest to our house, out of service. Out of service. So it's like it got us. And that's the one we got it from 2 days before. It's like, you could either drive about 5 more miles to the nearest next Redbox, and maybe it'd be broken or out of service. Or you can go home and pay for this again. So we're on night number 3. Actually, night number 4. First night free. Second night we had to pay. Third night we had to pay. Fourth night, wanted to return it, but had to keep it because it was broken down machine down the road. We weren't going to drive another 5 miles because we were exhausted. So we paid 3 nights for a movie that was free in the beginning. And Redbox got us. Redbox, they effed us. So I have beef with Redbox and I don't want to use it anymore. Even if they give us a free one. But I probably won't even have a choice. Because my husband loves to use the Redbox. I'm not into it. We don't even own a DVD player. We play it off of the PlayStation 4. Thank God we have a PlayStation 4, or we wouldn't even be able to get a movie anyway. Okay, let's go into another thought. The word through. Okay, so they spell it. I can't comprehend the whole situation of why this is a thing, but they have the word through. T-H-R-E-W. Then they have the word through. T-H-R-O-U-G-H. Which, if you don't know the English language, I don't know how anybody would say that word. And then you take the R out of that, and it's T-H-O-U-G-H, and that's though. So you can go through, or though, or through. Let's look up the difference between through and through. What is the difference between the word through and through? And of course,
according to Pro Writing Aid, both words mean the same thing, but through is a more modern spelling. Through should be used in formal writing, while through is more appropriate in informal writing and when referring to drive.
They're trying to say about a drive-through. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. All right, so the difference. No, the difference of through and through. Let's see. Through, which is T-H-R-E-W, is the past tense of the verb throw. Okay, well, throw through. Of course, I understand that. It's the word you use to say that somebody or something threw you for a loop or threw you off. Through, the T-H-R-O-U-G-H, is an adverb and a preposition. Preposition. It's used to say, or preposition. It's used to say that you entered on one side of something and exited on the other. Yeah, see, I would think that T-H-R-E-W would also be like, I went through a door. But no, it's T-H-R-O-U-G-H. Y'all will probably be like, this girl is ridiculous and this girl is stupid. I'm not stupid or ridiculous. I understand there's two separate words. But they're pissing me off. They are P-I-S-S-I-N-G-ing me off. Just saying. And then I just hate that they had to throw in take the R out and it's though. So yeah. I was just going to say I'm mad about that. I'm mad about all that situation right there. And I can't get over it. So sorry about it. Last thought of the day is Facebook ads. No. I have posted a video on TikTok, on YouTube, about how mad I am. I, first of all, do not like Facebook. I cannot stand Facebook. I used to love it as a younger adult. Or not a younger adult, well, younger adult and teenager. That was the thing back in the day. But I can't even stand it now. It is Karen book. It is mom book. It is boomer book. Anybody that's on there is old these days. If you're young, then you're just on there to post something, maybe here and there, to update the old people in your family, your old family members. So yeah, that is the only reason I have a Facebook, is to update my older family members on things, which I never post on Facebook unless it's a life update, like, oh, I got married, or this is what we've been doing this week, or this is what we've been doing last month, or we went on a trip, or something, just so they can be like, oh, my little niece went on a trip, oh, my little granddaughter went here, or oh, my little granddaughter did this. But other than that, I have posted actual reels, or I don't know what they call them, Facebook shorts maybe, or something. I posted some on there, and they always get a pretty good amount of views on there. But any type of comment that I get on there is always a Karen like no other. Karen. Meanest comments I've ever got have been on Facebook. No doubt about it. And now, the other day I went on there. I will say I do like Facebook Marketplace. If they only did Facebook Marketplace, that would be a good situation. because that has been a helpful tool for me many, many times in life. But I went on and I started scrolling. I never hardly ever scroll on Facebook. And I was like, let me just see what's up with whoever's on my Facebook. And I'm like, see a couple people, that are my friends, whatever, family members. And then all of a sudden I start seeing ads. Like, of course I see ads on Facebook sometimes, or in the past, of course I did. But I start seeing ad after ad after advertisement. I am not seeing any family member posts. Nobody, I'm like, where's my family? Where's my friends? What's going on here? I can't find my family. I can't find my friends. It's all advertisements. And then it says, then there's little X's like, oh, exit out of that ad. Or, don't want to see this ad again. I thought this was social media. I can be on Instagram, scroll through to see tons of my friends, all the things that's going on, maybe see one ad, but usually it's an ad specifically for you that you might love. But it's like, what? And then Instagram and Facebook are the same thing. They're owned by the same people. So why is Facebook so crappy? Instagram's so great. I don't know, you guys. I'm mad about it. I'm mad. I really can't wait until the day that Facebook's done for. Really, I can't wait for it. It'll be a good day for me. People don't really want to type it out anymore and say, oh, I'm having a wonderful day today and post it out to the world. Really, we like to do stories about what's going on in our minute by minute pictures and reels, shorts, TikToks. That's our thing. Quick, easy entertainment that our eyes can see and not read. I don't know why, but people don't want to read no more. And we really don't want you telling us what's going on with your life. Yeah, I'm wearing a little dress today. Look at this cute little dress, you guys. And I'm loving it. It's very comfortable and wonderful and beautiful and great. All right, so let's get it on with our news. Let's get on with the the news. Weird news with Whatty. Weird news with Whatty. All right, y'all. Let's see what news I got for today. All right, y'all are going to be blown away by this, which a lot of people are not going to know. And this is not like a top of the line news story, but it is very interesting to say the least. All right, here we go. Has everybody seen SpongeBob? I'm sure you have. Everybody loves SpongeBob. Nobody has ever even if you've never watched SpongeBob, you know what SpongeBob is. Well, let us talk about Plankton. He owns the Chum Bucket, and he has a restaurant that no one wants to eat at, and I wonder why that is. The writers of SpongeBob are so smart, you wouldn't even believe it. Because there's so many things that people picked up on from SpongeBob that are just super, super interesting and super worth knowing. But this is one that maybe people haven't recognized yet or even known about. Oh, and now that I'm looking at the screen, I'm thinking, do you guys see these flowers right here? I didn't even say it in the beginning, but I told you roses die. They're actually dead when you get them if they're cut. So admire my beautiful dead roses right here. I know I'm everywhere on this podcast today, but I was just going to prove to you guys. Those were my Valentine's roses. Uh-oh. Look, they're dead. They were dead when I got them, but they're really dead now. They're really soft. They don't smell bad. Not yet. Okay, so let's get on with, not get it on, but get on with our news. So plankton lives at the bottom of the ocean. He's very small. He lives in the Chum Bucket, which is a restaurant, and no one wants to eat there. So let's read why. In real life, nobody wants to eat what planktons eat. Here we go. All right, here we go. God is amazing. I'm just reading from what I'm reading. Ghostly organisms in the ocean feast on carbon and save the environment. They are called sea salps or jelly plankton. They are nearly invisible and live inside the ocean. The Virginia Institute of Marine Science reports on a study led by Dr. Deborah Steinberg of William and Mary. Her team found that salps play an outside role in dampening global warming. Salps are plankton. How the plankton, also called salps, are good at absorbing carbon dioxide and pumping it down to the ocean bottom. Okay, so he's at the bottom. He's in Chum Bucket. Their numbers, furthermore, can multiply in huge blooms where CO2 is plentiful. Jelly plankton blooms can offset as much CO2 as emitted by millions of cars. Humans continue to amplify global warming by emitting billions of tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere each year. A new study reveals that a distant human relative plays an outside role in dampening the impacts of this greenhouse gas by pumping large amounts of carbon from the ocean surface to the deep sea, where it contributes nothing to current warming. A NASA-funded multidisciplinary project called Exports is combining satellite data with shipboard measurements to understand a global phenomenon, the biological pumping. So, I'm trying to skip to the good part here. These jelly beetles, they're not, are like, hold on one second. Okay, so these plankton, their meals are carbon dioxide, and they're pumping it down to the ocean floor in their fast-sinking fecal pellets. But wait, there's more. The plankton also take the stored carbon down in person. The plankton take part in the vertical migration habit of many plankton, a daily ritual of swimming to the surface during the night to feed on carbon dioxide, then swimming to the depths during the day to avoid predators. Since these asexual organisms can multiply rapidly, the combined influence of their biological pumping can be huge. So that means they do not have to have sexual intercourse to multiply, to have babies. They can multiply themselves all alone. And it says, to put things in perspective, the observed plankton bloom covered more than 4,000 square miles, about the size of Connecticut, with onboard experiments showing that the planktons are capable of exporting a daily average of 9 milligrams of carbon through each square meter at 100 meters below the bloom. The amount of carbon exported to the deep sea was about 100 metric tons per day. For comparison, a typical passenger car emits 4.6 metric tons per year. Comparing these values shows the carbon removed from the climate system each day of the bloom is equal to taking 7,500 cars off the road. Adjusting these values using the team's highest measured rate of plankton-mediated export increases the carbon offset to more than 28,000 vehicles. There's still more. Steinberg says that many plankton blooms go undetected. A global model that estimates their effects leads to a startling conclusion. These tunicates transport a whopping 700 million metric tons of carbon to the deep sea each year, equal to emissions from more than 150 million cars. Thank you, plankton. So they are pretty much, they're eating CO2, you guys. They're eating carbon, or not CO2, they're eating carbon monoxide. Hold on. Did I say that right? Carbon dioxide, I think it is. It is. I want to make sure I'm saying all this right. What the heck? No, I'm not saying it. Carbon dioxide, not monoxide. Carbon dioxide. They are going to the top of the surface of the water at night. They're eating carbon dioxide and bringing it to the bottom. So the chum bucket is at the bottom of the ocean. It's a bucket. No one wants to eat there because plankton only eat carbon dioxide and no one else does that. So that means that, we say climate change. Okay, I'm not going to talk about climate change, but I will say the plankton are helping us with climate change very much. So they're offsetting it, is what we can say. That is very interesting. And they're beautiful. I have been putting pictures up here. They're beautiful. They're like little jellyfish practically, but they're small. And they're just really, really interesting. It's very interesting. And I never knew this. My mom shared that with me. And then my mom also shared, there's one more thing she shared, which is news. And I thought it was really interesting. So Turkey and Syria, they had an earthquake, or Turkey-Syria earthquake ripped huge chasm in what was once a olive field near Antakya. I can't say it. I can't say the city. It's Antakya, but it was a olive field with olive trees, and it completely turned into a canyon, and just within a second of an earthquake. Even the people said that it sounded like bombs were going off. It was right beside the city. There was a little boy that also said that he used to drive his bike, his motorcycle. Not little boy, I guess he was a younger boy, teenager. But he said that he would drive his motorcycle through the field every day. And one day it was there, one day it's gone from the earthquake. So that was pretty freaking interesting. What a big earthquake can do, it can ruin a whole field. I mean, whoever owns that land, they're never going to be able to produce olives again because it's all caved into the earth. It's like the Grand Canyon out there. So that was pretty interesting. Okay, so you guys, I want to do a little thing. I have one new segment that I'm going to get into real quick. And then I was going to do questions of the week, but I think after this we're going to be done for the day. I've been talking, and I'm done for the day. Okay, so this new segment is Reels of the Week. Reels of the Week. Okay, so I have 2 reels that I am going to share with you guys. Which is funny. The first one, which you can see popping up on the screen, is it's a cat inside little ducks, and they are all chirping, and the cat is falling asleep. So listen and look to that for a minute. It is so cute, to say the least. I can't even believe how cute it is. And it is so funny. How can a cat fall asleep in all those ducks and not want to eat them or attack them? Yeah, that was pretty cool. And I would love it if you guys wanted to comment and let us know what you think of that reel. And I think if you guys have any reels that are absolutely interesting, send them our way. Oh, that died. I'll have to finish it up. Another reel of the week is the minivans. Look at this video. You're going to love it. And you guys, if you're hearing correctly, you will hear it's the guys off, or it's the guy off of, it's Bubbles off of Trailer Park Boys. I love Bubbles. Those minivans took it to another level. They went mud riding. I used to have a minivan when I was a kid, and I took it mud riding one time. It was not a good idea. It broke down out in the mud. But this video is just awesome. I thought that was like the funniest, coolest video. These guys are just like having a great time. They're just living their life. They're like, we're going to go mud ride all these. I think even one had a Christmas tree on the top. They're like, we're going to go mud ride these little minivans. And right there at the end, that one guy. Scary situation. That's all I can say. Scary situation. I hope he was okay. Can't believe the, I cannot believe the airbags did not deploy. What the heck? So that is my reels of the week. I hope you guys loved them. I'm going to end the podcast now. I think it's a little over an hour that we've done. We've had some technical difficulties today. I've talked my head off. I'm tired. Let's see. Let's end this with some music. And let me just tell you guys, I'm so happy. I'm so happy I'm here. I'm sorry the podcast is late this week, but I hope you enjoy it. Bye, everybody. Have a great week. Have a great week. Have a great week. Have a great week. What's up with Whatty? I'll be back next week. Stay tuned. I've got lots of videos coming out this week. Vlogs and videos and tons of things. Reels and shorts. Like, comment, subscribe. If you want to go see any other videos, go to my YouTube, go to my Instagram, my TikTok, at Love's Life Literally. Bye, you guys. Bye, bye, bye.